Hi, I'm Sean Reardon, Mayor of Newburyport, and welcome to the latest edition of the Mayor's Corner. We just got through Super Bowl Sunday. I want to say congratulations to all you Eagles fans out there. I will say I was rooting for the Eagles. I'm not a big Chiefs fan, but it's just so weird. It made me more miss the days when the Patriots were in the Super Bowl all the time. So I'm hoping new coach and former Ohio State Buckeye Mike Vrabel will get the Patriots back on track and hopefully into a Super Bowl in the not too distant future. But yeah, big win for the Eagles. They just dominated the Chiefs, so that was nice to see. What else is going on? I actually had a great thing happen right off the bat today, and I had former Mayor Mary Ann Clancy come in. Now, most people know I am a huge West Wing fan, all right? I have a lot of jokes that I just kind of usually weave into conversations around the West Wing. We say "what's next" a lot around here, and that was a big tagline of the fictional president on that show, Jed Bartlett. And it's kind of like, kind of like a good mantra in city government, right? Like, we're here to get things done, and it's always about what's next, because there's always a next, right? We're not waiting around here waiting to do something. There's always something that we should be doing here. So when we start something, finish something, solve a problem, it's always what's next. And so it's funny. So Mary Ann Clancy knows this, right? And so she dropped off a cool book, and it's the What's Next book. And this book is all about the show, I guess. So she dropped this off. She wrote a nice little thing inside to me. So she always gets all those things that I put out there. She knows I love the West Wing. So I can't wait to read that. So thank you, Mary Ann Clancy, or we're so lucky to have you in our community. And again, just someone I look up to, and I was really touched by her dropping that off today. What else is going on? So there's a huge game tonight. So again, I'm not saying this so you go tonight, but I just want to let you know, like, basketball season is winding down, and basketball season was obviously my favorite season. Basketball is my favorite sport. My dad was a longtime coach here in Newburyport. I grew up going to basketball practices and gyms every night. That's what I did, all right? And just shooting a basketball is one of the things I love to do most in the whole world, is just going to shoot a basketball, right? Everyone has that thing they love to do, and shooting a basketball is that thing for me. So basketball season is winding down. I've got to watch my daughter, Ruby, play on JV girls basketball this year, which has been a lot of fun. My son Oliver is playing 7th grade basketball, and that's been a lot of fun as well. So the season's kind of winding down, right? So, and I've been able to call, so I've been working for PortMedia and NCM Hub, calling the games on the radio at 96.3. So I've been able to do that with my dad, which is just a fun thing I get to do with my dad on a random Friday night. We've been doing boys and girls games. But I say all this saying, like, obviously I love basketball season, but tonight, the boys basketball team right now is in a stretch where it's been one of their best seasons ever. I believe they're 15-1 right now. They're ranked number 4 in Division III, that's how they do it now. The big state tournament, it's not like it used to be, like kind of like Eastern Mass versus Western Mass, and you meet in the finals. Now they rank everybody throughout the year, and it's called these power rankings. And from that, each division has a bracket that they'll put together, right? So Newburyport currently right now is 4th. Well, tonight they're playing the number 1 team in their division, St. Mary's of Lynn. And so they're playing at Newburyport High School. So again, I can't, you're not going to see this until tomorrow, but I'm really excited about that tonight. The whole family is going to go to this game, and I just loved growing up here in Newburyport and having the community come out to these big sporting events. Whether you had kids involved or not, it's just a fun night activity to do, to get up to the high school, whether it be for a football game, basketball game, out to Graff Rink for a hockey game. But we're excited for that tonight, and I hope the Clippers have a big win. Either way, a game like this right at the end of the season is going to prepare them for a great run in the tournament. So again, one of the best Newburyport seasons that we've ever seen, and hopefully they can take that right into the tournament. So another thing I wanted to mention, I have a proud dad moment today. I'm about to head up to the high school because my daughter Sadie, who is a junior at the high school, was named Student of the Month. And I could not be more prouder of a child, and luckily she's mine, than I am of Sadie. She is just a ray of sunshine who I'm just so lucky to be her dad, and to see her now getting recognized for all her hard work, as a person and as a student at Newburyport High School is pretty neat. So I get to do that later today. But I want to give Sadie a little shout out because I see how hard she works. I see what a good person she is. And it's nice that she's getting recognized for it. So that's later today. So good job, Sadie. Keep it up. What else is going on? So we have a big week coming up, right? I think a big couple of weeks and months coming up around Newburyport Rec and the Youth Services Center. We're getting to that place now that we're going to open up the bids on Friday, on Valentine's Day. And so we'll know exactly how much this project is going to cost moving forward. So we're going to be submitting late files into the city council packet, and the next city council meeting is next Tuesday because of President's Day. No meeting on Monday. City Hall and all public buildings will be closed on Monday for President's Day. But that next day, the 18th, is where City Council will have their meeting. And so we're going to have a couple of late files submitted to that. And then once we have the numbers on Friday, we're going to put together a couple of orders to kind of move forward on a plan that we want to present to City Council on how we're going to pay for this building. And we're excited about it. I mean, I think this is a building that's going to benefit all ages of people here in Newburyport. It's kind of who I believe we are as a community, caring about the physical and mental well-being of our residents and our kids here in Newburyport. So again, we've had such a buildup. This has been 3 years in the making, and we're finally at the point now that we're going to move forward with a plan. And this is what I'm going to be talking about for the next 3 or 4 months. So I would say, one, get used to it, and please ask questions and pay attention, because I do think this has been my number one priority since I took office over 3 years ago now. And it's exciting that we now can kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel. And so stay tuned. There's a lot more information coming in the coming weeks, but next Tuesday will be a big night for this project. It's going to kick off the campaign to get this Newburyport Recreation and Youth Services Center built at 59 Low Street. Okay. We've had a lot of snow lately, right? We're supposed to get a couple more inches on Thursday, it looks like. First of all, I want to say a huge shout out to the Department of Public Services, our DPS team, Wayne Amaral and his staff. They have been doing a phenomenal job. I mean, sometimes when you get these back-to-back snow events, and luckily we haven't had like those massive ones like 10 years ago, but when there's snow accumulation and it happens, it's tough to keep up, right? Even this past Sunday was the last storm that we got. We're still cleaning up, and here it is Wednesday. We're still cleaning up places in town. So I will say, one, I think they're doing a fabulous job, and I really have been driving around the city seeing all the great work that they're doing. But they're not perfect either, and I'm certainly not perfect. So if you see things that we're missing or things that we could help with, you need to reach out to my office, reach directly out to DPS. When you're plowing all the time too, there's going to be potholes out there. So we have the means to fix those, but sometimes we need some help knowing where they are, right? No one likes to fall into a pothole. So I say all this is just keep up being vigilant. For example, today I got a call about, and I knew this already because I was driving around, but the patch of sidewalk in front of Port Plaza on Low Street, right? Massive amount of sidewalk, which a lot of people use to access the shopping center, right? Hadn't been cleared yet. And we did a big push last week reminding people to clear their sidewalks. I made a call to Port Plaza today and said, hey, I don't know if this was a mistake or not, but you missed your sidewalk, and they felt terrible, and they were going to go right out and fix that. So things like that, we just need to know. Someone else reached out to me today about the crossing in front of the firehouse going into Market Square. I mean, you can barely reach the button to press to get the red light to cross because it's a big mound of snow there. I told DPS to go down there and fix it. So DPS is willing and able to get out there and fix things that we see, but having that input in from the community and from residents is certainly helpful. So we can't be everywhere. We don't have eyes everywhere. But the ones that take the time to reach out, I want you to know I turn those around pretty quickly. And like I said, I think the DPS is doing a great job. And it looks like we have got some more little snow events coming up in the next couple of weeks. And so we're going to stay on those as well. And I want to thank everyone for helping clearing their sidewalks. That's a big part of it. And I'm really focusing on Low Street, Merrimack Street, and High Street. And I think we did a great job after Sunday. So it looks like people are able to walk the main roads, pretty easily. Budget season's coming up. We're going to talk about this a lot more. And I can't stress this enough. Especially when I'm going to be talking about a building that I want to build for the community and the rec center. We're really looking at our budget hard this year, right? This is going to be a very lean budget year, not just for the city, not just for the schools, but collectively. And a lot of it has to do with what's going on in Washington. A lot of it has to do with just continual rising costs that we have to keep up with. There's a lot of factors that go into that, right? And how do cities and towns keep up? And we have these conversations all the time at the state level asking help from our state partners because, there are things that are out of our control, right? And you can see it with, the rising home values, right? There are things that we can't control, but that are affecting residents. So I want you to know that this year, I am instructing all of our department heads to work collectively to really look for efficiencies, ways that we can, be more efficient and effective in everything that we do throughout the city. And so there'll be more of that coming once we get into budget season, but that's what the department heads are doing right now, whether it be, having those little conversations within the departments, and then they'll bring those conversations to me, and then we'll end up, putting all the budget together and bring it out. But this year in particular, again, we're gonna have to make some tough decisions, and so, and that's part of the job, right? And we want to make sure we continue to deliver the high-level services that we are, but we want to do that in the most efficient way possible. So that's just going to be a theme I keep bringing back, and like I said, I'm looking forward to having that conversation this year. And I think there's a lot of opportunities to just do things better in the city as well, and during budget season is a great time to do that. So anyways, that's my Mayor's Corner this week. I want to wish everyone a happy Valentine's Day Friday, whether you like that holiday or not. Just go out there and try to enjoy it. It's a long weekend with President's Day on Monday, and it's also school vacation week. So if you're doing something for school vacation week, be safe, have fun, and I will see you all next time on the Mayor's Corner.